Super Friends, The Secret Mission of the Hero Toys. Written by LSCO. Introduction. The story of small beings who carry great love. In our childhood, we all had at least one special doll or toy. It wasn't just an object, it was sometimes a friend, sometimes a companion who kept our secrets, and often a precious presence that comforted us in difficult times. But as we grow older, that pure heart and sense of wonder slowly fade away. Dolls remain only as toys, and the friends in our hearts quietly disappear into the depths of memory. Pressed under the weight of life, we find ourselves growing lonelier, sometimes feeling as if we are completely alone. This book is a story for you. Through the adventures of Chaco the teddy bear, Hassoun the hippo, and Pinnock the duck, who live alongside their owner Lucy, we are reminded of the light within our hearts that we may have forgotten. These are not just toys. They are symbols of the courage, hope, and wisdom that shine within us whenever we are tired or weary. With them by our side, no matter where we are in the world or what challenges we face, we can overcome them. Through this story, may you rediscover the small light hidden inside you. Find warm comfort and strength deep within your heart. And most of all, may the purity and belief of childhood return to your life once again. Now, shall we begin the magical tale that Lucy and her friends are about to share? We walk together into the mission of the Hero Toys. Written by LSCO. Prologue. The secret of the moment the toys awaken. The softest brown fur in the world. And round, button-like eyes. Lucy, come downstairs. I have your birthday present. Her mother's voice carried all the way up to her second-floor room. Baby Lucy squealed with excitement, stomping her little feet as she hurried down the stairs. In the middle of the living room, a blue-wrapped package shimmered. Lucy reached out with careful fingers, and as the paper tore, a small teddy bear emerged. His brown fur glowed warmly, and his eyes sparkled. Lucy, this is your new friend. What should we name him? Her mother smiled. Instead of answering, Lucy let out a bright giggle. Heck! That laugh lit a tiny flame inside the teddy bear's heart. Just then, a deep voice came from nearby. Hey, Rookie! The teddy bear turned his head to see a white hippo plush slowly approaching. He was big and moved at an unhurried pace, but there was a gentle glimmer in his eyes. I'm Hassoun. I've lived in this house a long time. Let me tell you a few rules. Hassoun spoke in a low, steady tone. First, if Lucy cries, you comfort her. Second, if she falls, you're the first to run to her. Third, if she laughs, you laugh with her. And last, any toy that receives their owner's first laugh earns a home in their heart. The teddy bear nodded. I'm Chaco. Nice to meet you, Hassoun. Good. Now let's call over a friend to welcome our newest member. As Hassoun spoke, a small shadow leapt from the windowsill with a swift whoosh. Yellow feathers, a sharp beak, and bright, gleaming eyes landed lightly on the floor. Quack! Another rookie? The sharp voice nearly rang in Chaco's ears. This is Pinnock, Hassoun introduced. Small of light, can fly around, and send telepathic messages to Lucy. But he's a bit loud. Pinnock circled Chaco, looking him over. Nice fur. Sparkly eyes. You pass. From that day on, Chaco, Hassoun, and Pinnock grew up by Lucy's side. They comforted her when she cried, encouraged her when she stumbled, and laughed whenever she laughed. It was the most natural and happy of times. No one yet knew what adventures awaited me on those of the Hero Toys. Written by LSCO. 1. The action taker, the leader, and a swift duck. The special abilities and fateful meeting of three friends. It was the day marking 1 month since Chaco had arrived at the house. Sunlight streamed through the window, painting a yellow square on the living room floor. In that patch of light, Pinnock was practicing his flight, wings flapping furiously.
Quack! Landing successful!
Dust swirled into the air as he touched down. Hey, watch it. You just blew dust into my nose, Hassoon snorted. The hippo plush's deep, rumbling voice made Choco stifle a laugh. What's got you so excited today? Choco asked. Piddock folded his wings and glanced around. You don't know? The storage room door was slightly open this morning, and it wasn't the wind, something came out of there. Hassoon's eyes narrowed. The storage room? No one's gone in there for years. Why? Choco tilted his head. Hassoon stayed silent for a moment. That silence felt stranger than any answer. Just then, a breeze drifted in through the window, sending a small scrap of paper skittering across the floor toward them. On the paper, words were scrawled. First landing prep, target, living room, 3 o'clock direction. Piddock shrieked.
Quack! Someone's trying to break into our house!
Choco clenched the paper in his paw. And at that very moment, something stirred deep inside him, an unshakable feeling, as if an adventure was already waiting just outside the door. Time passed faster than they realized. Lucy was now in her mid-20s, working at her first job. The 3 toys were tucked away in a dusty old cardboard box in the corner of her room. Inside, Choco kicked his legs in frustration. Ugh, I'm going to go crazy in here. How am I supposed to keep my kicking skills sharp like this? Quit stretching your legs. It's cramped, Hassoon muttered lazily. You've got to move to keep your reflexes alive. If anyone ever tries to mess with Lucy, I'll bam, kick them into next week. Choco fired 2 kicks into the air. Piddock flapped his wings and snickered. With those short legs, you'd barely reach their knees. Then he fluttered in a circle around the box and gave a playful quack. Hassoon shook his head, eyes half closed. Quiet, both of you, Lucy cried today. Choco froze mid-kick. Why? Something happened at work, I think. She didn't turn on the lights, just to lay in bed all evening. Piddock hesitated, tilting his head. Then, shouldn't we go to her? Hassoon looked at Choco.
You're thinking it, aren't you?
Choco's eyes gleamed. Yeah, let's open the door between the toy world and the human world and make Lucy smile again. Piddock's wings twitched. Hey, that's dangerous. We might not come back. Choco planted his feet firmly. I know, but Lucy without her smile isn't Lucy at all. The air inside the box seemed to shift. Amid the scent of dust came another fragrance, sunlight, warm and bright, just like it had filled Lucy's childhood room. And in that moment, the signs were clear. The 3 toys' next adventure was about to begin. The Hero Toys, written by LSCO. 2. Opening the door. The first step into a new world for the toys. Just after midnight, Lucy's room fell silent. Only the glow of the street lamp outside cast a soft golden light across the room. All right, now's our chance. Choco pushed himself upright. Hassoon and Piddock slowly emerged from the box as well.
We're really doing this?
Piddock's small wings twitched nervously.
Since when did you get so scared, Piddock? Choco grinned. I'm not scared, I'm being careful.
Both of you focus, Hassoon said quietly. We've only got 5 minutes to open the door. From the corner of the box, Hassoon pulled out a tiny silver button, an old door key from the toy world. He placed it gently on the floor. At once, a faint light shimmered, forming a glowing circle. Open, Hassoon's deep voice rumbled. Light rose from within the circle, and the air inside began to ripple like water. Beyond it, another world appeared. a space filled with warm-colored mist, where dust-like particles of light drifted lazily in the air. "Wow, it's been years," Piddock whispered, eyes wide. Choco clenched his little paw into a fist. Super Friends, The
Lucy,
Secret Mission
wait
of
for
the
us.
Hero Toys, written by Ella Sao. 3. Safe Landing. Facing reality and the heart inside Lucy's room, the three toys stepped carefully into the shimmering blue circle before them. In that instant, like the blink of a frozen moment, they felt their bodies lift as if gravity had loosened its grip. The ground beneath their feet vanished. The air itself seemed to change, and every sound around them grew faint, as though coming from far away. Then, with a sudden thud, whump, they crashed into something. Wah-ah. Piddock stumbled and tumbled sideways, his small body knocking lightly against the edge of a table with a soft thunk. Choco darted forward and helped him back up. "You okay, Piddock? Where are we?" Choco glanced cautiously around, eyes scanning the space. A dim light bathed the living room in a warm glow. The shadows and light blended together, carrying the quiet traces of everyday life. On the table sat an unfinished cup of instant noodles, its steam still curling faintly into the air. Beside it, stacks of papers lay in messy piles, and a half-empty coffee cup seemed to speak of the weight of a long, exhausting day. "Is this Lucy's place?" Choco murmured, turning toward the living room. In the corner of the couch, Lucy lay curled up, fast asleep. But her face was different, there was no trace of her usual smile. A deep line furrowed her brow, and her lips were pressed tightly together, as if she were carrying a heavy burden inside her heart. "So that's the face of a Lucy without laughter," Choco whispered. Piddock spread his wings wide. "So, what do we do now?" Choco's eyes lit up, and his voice turned firm. "First, I need to find a chance to use my specialty, kicks."
If there's anyone bothering Lucy, I'll knock them out. Bam!
Hassoun sighed deeply. "Choco, our mission is to make Lucy smile again. Breaking furniture or hurting people is not part of the plan." Choco paused, then nodded slowly. "You're right, Hassoun. That's what I want too. We all just want Lucy to be happy again." Piddock flapped his wings gently, a smile tugging at his beak. "Then let's put our strength together and light up Lucy's heart again." The three toys quietly moved closer to Lucy. In the darkness of the room, a small adventure to recover her lost laughter was just beginning.